Welcome back, everybody. Episode 50, Big Easy Blitz podcast. Very big milestone for us over here in Baton Rouge, Big Easy Blitz. And we're joined by yet another guest picker, our most anticipated one yet. Actually, believe it or not,
It's
fun
kind of
fact.
disrespectful to our other guest speakers.
Oh no, but just let me get there. Let me land. It's our sponsor's son. As you
Yeah.
know, we are sponsored by Mercado. This is the glorious son of Mr. Vlad, who we've been talking about. We are very good friends with
And
Gianni.
Brock, what's the address?
3750 Williams Boulevard, located in Kenner. But anyway, we are here. We're joined by Gianni. We're very glad to have him. Unfortunately, we can't do it in person because he has to go to LSU. But hey, that's not going to stop us. That's what Zoom's for. So today's going to be another college game day. We got a good slate of games here today. We got 10 games, and I'm really excited to get it going.
Yeah. Gianni, anything you want to say before we jump into it?
I'm absolutely honored. I can't wait to get started.
Yeah, buddy,
We're happy to have you, man. We're happy to have you.
yes, we are.
All right, Brock, what we
All
got
right, just
first?
jumping right into it. First game of the weekend. We got Louisiana Lafayette taking on Eastern Michigan.
I love my group of five schools. Um, I actually am going with the Eastern Michigan. What is their nickname?
The Eagles.
The
No,
Eastern.
that's
This is like Eastern Michigan might be the only D1 school that don't know that.
yeah, I'm trying to, and it's
I don't know.
we digress.
No, I got
Jesus.
Eastern Michigan. Walker Howard went down for the season.
Oh, I forgot.
I don't know if you saw that. And
Huh.
UL just threw for 5 passing yards against Missouri. Yes, they threw for 5 passing yards against Missouri. So with that being said, I'm going with Eastern Michigan. I got them picking up their first win of the season.
All right, G.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with UL. Gonna rep the hometown.
I like it.
Very unaware about this pick in general, but why not rep the state? So yeah, we'll go with UL on that one.
I'm 100% with Gianni here. I couldn't care less about this game. No offense to our good pal Seth Eustace.
Sorry, Seth.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
It's
with
the
ULO.
Eagles, the Eastern Michigan
I
Eagles.
okay,
I
sorry.
thought it was something like
Oh yeah, no,
cheer
yeah,
for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Regardless, I'm going with ULL, the hometown team, but I promise you I will not be watching this game.
I'll be
Um,
following it. It's like in like a decade on
all
ESPN.
right, moving on to a much better game. Arguably the second best game of the weekend. You can make a case. We got Texas Tech versus Utah. I'll start with this one. We were both very wrong about Utah. After that UCLA game, we both picked UCLA. And I'm telling you right now, I did not know this, but Utah's quarterback Devin Dampier is legit. I'm gonna go with the Utes in this game. I think it's gonna be close, but it's. I think the Utes are gonna take it or take the win.
Yep. Gianni, what you got?
Yeah, this is the first real test for both of them. Dampier, he is what I like to think of as what DJ Lagway wants to be. He's very good in the short game, very good with his legs. He's actually their leading rusher. 73 completion percentage, but again, a lot of short work. Texas Tech's quarterback, on the other hand, airs it out a good bit. But yeah, Utah is their run game is crazy. They have three different running backs that they kind of cycle. Each have 27, 29, and 36 carries respectively on the season. So they really cycle them. And again, their quarterback's still the leading rusher. So I think they're gonna really pound the rock against Texas Tech and leave with a win.
Like
Yeah. And Lord knows Big 12 defenses are non-existent. I'm also going with the Utes. For those who bet, the Utes are -3.5 in this game. Devin Dampier is really solid. I still can't believe we picked the Nico Iamaleava-led Bruins over them in week 1. Utah is returning 18 of 22 starters. They have a very good ground game, like Gianni said. Um, and I mean, Texas Tech is going to air that expletive out. They're going to run fast. You know,
they're gonna run fast.
well, like their offense is up tempo. Um, and I think Utah's kind of just going to drag the game out, and that's not the style Texas Tech wants to play. So I'm going with the Utes.
Yeah, they're gonna run fast is on par with when I said that Arkansas can hit. They can.
That is not true at all.
That is it's
like they
very
run their offense fast,
They're
Rock. You know I was going with that, buddy.
all right. Okay. Hey, this guy. All right, moving on to. I'm gonna let Gianni start with this one because this is his team. We got the game of the weekend, in my opinion. The Auburn Tigers taking on the Oklahoma Sooners. Top 20 matchup in normal.
Be careful with your words. My team is LSU. I bleed
Your school.
purple and
I bet.
gold,
Yeah, yeah.
but yes, I have kind of inherited the Auburn Tigers now. This is their first real test. Oklahoma, their first test against Michigan, they struggled containing the run game, and that was without any production with Bryce Underwood. He had no, he had zero production through the air or on the ground. He was 9 for 24, I believe, in the air. Arnold, he has looked fantastic on the ground. Passing game is something yet to be discovered yet. So if they want to win this game, they're really gonna have to get that going. Oklahoma struggled running the ball a little bit so far this season. Last game I think they played Oregon State. They were like 3 yards a carry. They really couldn't get that going, and Auburn's going to do a really good job containing that, I believe. But where they are strong is that they air the ball out, and I think that could end up killing Auburn. However, I'm gonna have to go with Auburn Tigers.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna pick up a big one on the road right here.
Yeah, this is a game like you can't pick against your school. Like
Yeah.
it's not like an egregious team like Ohio State where it would just be like a crazy upset, but it's like reasonable to take Auburn, even though they are 6.5 point underdogs. I am riding with the Oklahoma Sooners in this game. Sorry, Gianni, but I'm gonna have to go against you. Uh, John Mateer, I'd say, is number one in Heisman right now. I mean, the dude's been airing it out. Hopefully, Nuss would have something to say about that eventually. But like you said,
It's coming.
Auburn's air raid is yet to be found. Um, I guess they kind of showcased it against Ball State, but it's a team from the MAC, so I wouldn't look too much into that. Um, and I don't want to like undermine Auburn's playmakers. They really do have a bunch of playmakers on offense. Uh, Cam Coleman, Eric Singleton, and obviously Jackson Arnold is kind of turning some heads over there in Auburn. It's actually a revenge game for Jackson Arnold.
I was gonna leave.
But no, I'm going to go with the Oklahoma Sooners. But this is going to be a very fun game. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah. Everything you just said, I can't. Or this is not a top 20 matchup. I completely apologize. I did not do my.
It's close.
It's yeah,
Auburn's
it's
like
27. 27.
Yeah.
This game, I originally had the Sooners until I did my homework, and here's why. Oklahoma, their run defense is iffy. Against Michigan, they gave up 146 rushing yards. Who's the best rushing offense in the country right now? Auburn.
The
Auburn
Jackson
Tigers. Yep.
Arnold led Auburn Tigers.
Their leading rusher, by the name of Jeremiah Cobb, has
Yep.
314 rushes on 46 carries and 4 touchdowns. I'm pretty sure that is more than was it more than in Alabama's entire
He
receiver.
is
Read the yards per carry.
yeah. He is more rushing yards than Alabama's entire team.
That's ridiculous.
Or at least their
He,
entire RB room, but you get
it's
it.
crazy. He averages 6.8 yards a carry. Um, and that's just Jeremiah Cobb. They also got a guy named who I
Yep.
cannot pull up right now. His
Damari Alston.
Alston, whatever his last name is
Damari
Alston.
Alston.
I can't find his stats right here. He's also
He,
very good. Watching the Baylor game.
yeah, after the Baylor game, he played very well and he got hurt. It might have been his shoulder, but he tweaked his shoulder and was out the next game, and then he's just been very limited. But Cobb has really taken the role from here on. He's been great.
And then obviously we mentioned Jackson Arnold, revenge game, back in Norman. His legs are dangerous. Okay, he's got 35 carries, 192 yards, on top of 500 passing yards. A lot of people might say he's not passing the ball well. He's got 500 yards.
He played Ball State, Brock. Ball
Okay,
State and South
and I love
Alabama.
Nussmeier. Nussmeier played Louisiana Tech and didn't look too good. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, I'm taking Auburn. I'm taking Auburn to go into Norman with the upset. Jackson Arnold revenge game. They're going to run down their throat. I think this is where Cam Coleman and Eric Singleton get it going too. When it comes to the passing game, give me the Auburn Tigers representing.
Do you think it's going to be a high scoring game?
I think it's gonna be medium, like not like crazy high, but not too low. Like a
20, 27, 21.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and for those who can't tell, Gianni is a diehard LSU fan. He goes to Auburn and he's wearing a Tennessee shirt. So if you were
Not
looking,
wearing a
It's not
Tennessee
a
shirt.
Tennessee shirt.
it says volunteer.
It's a French Quarter Fest shirt.
Okay, and it's orange and it says volunteer. So
Fair enough.
anyway, moving on to my favorite game of the weekend. We got the Tulane Green Wave taking on the Ole Miss Rebels.
Did you say that last week against Tulane too? Last week,
My favorite
Tulane
game of the
Duke.
week. Oh, anyway,
I think you said Tulane Duke was your favorite game this week. Just love
Like,
it.
yeah, I love the wave. Love me the wave. They're going to Oxford this week. Um, or G, you start.
Reasonably, Ole Miss 13.5 point favorites. If Tulane wants to win this game, they have to make this very low scoring, very gritty. I mean, I think Ole Miss is just way too talented. They're not going to lose this in Oxford. Tulane can make it interesting, but yeah, I don't see Ole Miss losing this.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna completely do a 180 here and give me
Yeah.
the green wave. They're rolling right now. No pun
Yeah.
intended. Jake Retzlaff. If the Jackson Arnold's the best rushing quarterback in the country right now, Jake Retzlaff is right behind him. I mean, that dude is unbelievable. He had 4 rushing touchdowns against Duke, who was a Power Five defense, by the way. Um, their run game just in general is unbelievable. Their defense has been outstanding recently. Now Ole Miss is going to out athlete them. Now I'm not going to sit here and say that. Obviously, they have better athletes running around, and they're starting a new quarterback. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he came from the Division Two. He's very very good, very
Who?
talented. Ole Miss.
It's, it's a
That was
it's a lefty, huh?
then he then they just came out and reversed that because I saw they were starting a new guy.
They
Well,
had the left
I'm
they had the
sorry.
lefty to start the season at least, right?
Yeah, I thought I saw that the other guy was
I
starting.
saw in Julie's class that Simmons was playing,
Okay.
but
Well, regardless of who plays, the Tulane Green Wave are going to win this game. I fully believe that, and I think this is a win-win either way for Tulane. If they keep it close and they run the table 11-1 with a good loss, and if they win, they're absolutely set up perfectly.
yeah, no, it says Trinidad's expected to start.
Yeah. Okay. What's his name? Trinidad. What?
Cambulis, Shambulis,
Trinidad Chambliss
Chambliss.
with a picture of Lamar Jackson for some
Yeah.
reason. Uh,
Foreshadow.
yeah. Yeah. Give me the wave.
I'm also rolling with the wave. Yeah, no pun intended. Uh, this Trinidad character did look very good against Arkansas. I will
Yeah.
give him that. Um, and honestly, if Austin Simmons was playing, I'd lean more towards Tulane. Does that sound crazy? If Austin Simmons were to play in this game, I would lean more. Like that would give me more reason to like pick Tulane. I mean, for all the reasons you said, bro. Jake Retzlaff is the real deal. Tulane, you said Ole Miss is going to out athlete them. You said Ole Miss is going to out athlete them. Not as much as you think.
Oh yeah.
I mean, John Summerall's done a really good job recruiting.
Shout out. To
Down in Uptown New Orleans. Um, Ole Miss's defense is all right. Tulane's is legit, is elite. So with that being said, I got Tulane winning in a relatively low scoring event.
yeah. The odds makers are not friendly to Tulane right now. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
13.5 is crazy.
And they have a 13% chance to win. I'm telling you right now, if you don't take Tulane to win, at least take them to cover. Because 13.5 is crazy
That's crazy.
for what should be top 25 team. Um, but regardless, give me the wave and what should be a very fun game down in Oxford. Moving on, next game we got an old school rivalry. We got Michigan taking on Nebraska in Nebraska. I can't think of where that's from right now. GI, why don't you go there? Lincoln. Yeah, it is Lincoln.
Um, I think Michigan's a bad matchup for Nebraska in some ways. I think they're going to run the football all over them, kind of like they did to Oklahoma. This could be a good way for Bryce Underwood to maybe get something going for him. Um, I'm not going to say he's bad by any means, but I'm not a believer in Raiola. I know a lot of people aren't at the same time, but I don't think he's very good in the slightest. But yeah, I think Michigan's going to march in there and take that game, and they're only a 1.5 point favorite too. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. Dylan Raiola's stats look really good just
Yeah,
because they played cupcakes. They
yeah,
started the season off against Cincinnati, and it was a very close game. That game could have gone either way.
hmm
And I know Ole Miss did not look good against Oklahoma, but Nebraska's nowhere near the caliber of team Oklahoma is. And Michigan just has a lot of talent. And like you said, Gian, the line for this only being 1.5 for Michigan kind of seems low.
yeah.
Maybe there's something we don't know, or the odds makers really do believe in Raiola. I don't. So with that being said, I'm going to ride with Michigan.
All right. Well, I'm gonna break that up. I'm gonna go with the Cornhuskers. While I might not be, I think the media is pushing Dylan Raiola on us, just because of his antics with Mahomes and everything.
Yeah.
Concerningly so.
Yeah,
They're-
not even just it is exactly the same. He does everything like him, down to the sunglasses that he wears, which is frightening. Um, but I think Nebraska has a legit number one receiver named Dane Key. He was on Kentucky last year with Barry and Brown. Actually, he was teammates with them. The fact that Kentucky had Dane Key and Barry and Brown in the same receiver room and went like 3-9 is,
speaks
I
volumes to
mean,
the football program over there.
yeah.
So to
But this game's gonna be rocking. Nebraska has a very good defense, and Michigan is the only thing they can hang their hat on is the run game. They don't have a passing game right now. It's abysmal. Bryce Underwood is still very young. I think he's gonna make a big mistake. And Dylan Raiola has that experience. While he hasn't been very good, he does have a year of experience under his belt, and he gets them at home. It's a ranked matchup. Give me the Cornhuskers and a big, or I guess it's not a big upset, but
it's an upset.
for that program, it's a big upset. So moving on. Next, we got South Carolina taking on Missouri. Now, right now, I saw before this, Lenore Sellers is trending towards playing in this game.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go on air and say this right now. If Sellers plays, I'm taking South Carolina. If he doesn't, I'm taking Missouri. So like this could change. For those keeping up with Brock and I's
So, what are
predictions.
you going to put on the graphic there?
I put South Carolina and then in parentheses, like little letters,
If
if
Sellers
Sellers
plays.
plays. Um I mean I was a big believer in South Carolina preseason. I think I had them going either 10-2 or 9-3 and making the playoffs. Uh and so that being said, if Sellers plays, I'm gonna roll with South Carolina. Plus, I'm not buying Mizzou quite yet. Uh, Preseason, we were not high on them at all. They beat an okay Kansas team, who we're actually going to talk about later. Kansas plays West Virginia. Uh, but I still think South Carolina's defense is really good. I think they kind of just had the life sucked out of them in that game against Vanderbilt. So I'm riding with the chickens, the Gamecocks.
Come on, God,
Is that disrespecting the
that's
Seahawks?
only a C. G.
Oh yeah, I agree. They've looked at South Carolina's looked absolutely terrible, just completely dysfunctional. But Sellers playing, their defense is gonna absolutely just have their way with Mizzou in so many ways. And I don't know. Mizzou's actually a 10-point favorite on this game.
10.5.
Yeah, well, it's down to 9.5.
Okay. That might
Okay.
be testament to Sellers
Yeah.
maybe trending towards play.
Yeah, so I think that's deep. I think I definitely have them covering, and I guess I'll go with an upset here. I think I'm taking South Carolina on this one.
I like it. Yeah. I think the fact that South Carolina got knocked out of the rankings for losing to a good Vanderbilt team is criminal.
Yeah.
Um, Dropping from 11 to out of the rankings is
Yeah, that does when
insane
Notre
to me.
Dame's 0-2 and they're
Yeah,
still
and they're
ranked.
24.
Mhm.
Yep.
But if you're a betting man, I would go take South Carolina to cover right now.
Exactly.
It's at 9.5. I would hammer that.
I wish I would have gotten it at like 10.5.
Yeah, I'm not a bet. I don't bet, but I'm saying like that's a very favorable line for South Carolina. I'm not high on Missouri at all. I think South Carolina, if Sellers plays, this could be the line could flip. Like they could win by 10
Okay,
plus
so
points.
you're not a believer. This
Not at all.
okay.
I mean, both teams have been very bad, like disappointing this year. Missouri hadn't played anybody, like you said, they played Kansas, who,
Who else
they're
have they
okay.
played?
Central Arkansas and ULL without Walker Howard. So, I mean, I'm not a believer. I'm gonna go with South Carolina. Their defense is a legit.
Yeah.
So, is that all? We all pick South Carolina?
Yeah, we all took the upset on that one.
There we go.
It. The upset. I mean,
Now, yeah, I also agree with Connor. If Sellers doesn't play, you can go ahead and flip all three of our picks,
mhm.
unless Gianni's gonna stick with South Carolina.
Yeah, I've thought about that. I think I'm sticking with South Carolina.
Okay. All right. I like it. I'm a coward. I'm gonna switch if Sellers said it.
I don't think it's being a coward. I think it's using your brain and eyes. Just so less with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Moving on to the most fraudulent game day of all time.
This might be.
Florida taking on Miami. In what world is this a game day site and not a game like Auburn, Oklahoma, Texas Tech, Utah? Uh, Regardless, I'm gonna start. I think this is gonna be pretty quick. I'm gonna go Miami with an absolute slaughter of Florida. And I have nothing else to say on that.
Gianna, go ahead.
Yeah, as you said, should have been my game day pick. I forgot to wear the shirt, Ginger.
Mm.
But Miami, I had this one highlighted as only a 9.5 point favorite as of like 30 minutes ago when I checked. Um, Obviously Florida's still talented. Lagway was supposed to be really good. I think Miami defense is going to do the exact same thing LSU did to him last week. I mean, I pray for him that he doesn't throw 5 picks again. But
I'd be fed to
uh,
the
I caught him after the game.
no, yeah, I think I'm absolutely hammering Miami's spread. I think I'm even pushing it up a little more than that. Um, yeah, now Miami's going to dismantle them.
Yeah, I can confidently put a hand up on Miami this year. They're really good. Well, both Brock and I thought they were going to kind of be
Yeah,
frauds.
yeah,
Yeah. I think they're going to handle Florida this year in this game. And like you said, Gianni, I can't believe the line for this is only 7.5. And I guess Brock, you can use this as a transition. The next game we're looking at, um,
Yeah,
Illinois versus.
yeah. Well, I just want
yeah,
to say one thing about Miami. Florida lost by double digits last week to an offense who's really struggling,
yeah.
whose defense swallowed them up, and
In
now they
my
get Miami, whose offense is
search,
firing at all cylinders right
search,
now.
Carson Beck looks very sharp.
Yeah,
Very
we're gonna
sharp.
put a hand up both on that and DJ Lagway, because we were wrong on both of them. But that's what you get in this
Right.
field of work.
we've hit though. So
Yeah,
I
that's
I
good
I
enough.
typically pay attention to Miami a little bit, like throughout the years. Like Connor remembers Isaiah Wong in basketball.
Oh,
Um, I just kind of pay attention, and
no G League player.
yeah, I was gonna say I was a little upset when Carson Beck transferred there. Um, but he has exceeded all expectations, and I still can't really believe what he's doing right now.
Well, were you upset that he transferred there because of his like character or his play?
like yeah,
I'm gonna say a little bit of both because there was like a lot of
It
buzz
was
with
like a
like
negative.
his there
yeah,
was a lot of buzz with his girlfriend.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was
They
alluding to.
transferred there, and then it was just like, I mean, I don't know if I want this guy as like,
To
again, I'm
be
not
on
like a
the team.
Miami fan. I'm not like claiming that, but like if I'm a Miami fan, like I don't really want this guy as my quarterback. I'm
That's
not
fair.
trusting him too much, but he looks
Now, I
great.
mean, now look at him. Everything
Yeah,
after.
he looks great so far. So
All right, bro.
Yeah, moving on to the game that Connor alluded to, we have a very confusing line. I'm actually looking up right now to see if we missed something. Illinois versus Indiana. Who is the home team in this game? Indiana is the home team,
yeah,
but for some reason, Indiana, who's 19th in the country, is taking on Illinois, who's ninth, and Indiana is a touchdown favorite essentially
yeah.
against a top 10 team at home. So unless Vegas knows something we don't, uh, Connor, if you want to start while I look at this,
Yeah,
I,
I'll start. I'm taking the Illini. 6.5 for the Hoosiers is kind of wild, in my opinion. They're uh, the Fighting Illini looked rock solid against Duke. Now look, I know Duke is not great. Tulane kind of just had their way with them, but they're a solid team. Duke's going to wind up making a bowl this year when it's all said and done. They're going to get some wins in the ACC, and Illinois just straight up dominated them. They had the bend but don't break defense. Duke would get in the red zone, and I want to say Mensa turned the ball either turn the ball over twice or 3 times in the red zone. Um, Illinois' defense is really good, and Luke Altmaier
mhm.
is legit. And Indiana's kind of been like last year. I thought they were cupcakes. I thought
They do have a
that they were
cupcake
kind of
show.
frauds.
Yeah,
Uh, I don't even know what their best win was last year.
they didn't have one.
So,
The one game they played that was good, they got murdered.
and I don't think they played anybody good this year yet.
This is their first real. I'm looking at it right now, but
I don't think
yeah, no. Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, and Indiana State. I
Yeah,
mean,
they've been
like
playing by, and that
they,
Old Dominion game I think was a little close.
yeah,
I didn't
27-14.
the
Yeah,
I didn't
Monarchs
watch
I
it
think are a
obviously, but the
solid team.
scoreboard was a little closer than it should have been.
Yeah, the Monarchs are a solid little team, but
and yeah, Illinois got a Big Ten gauntlet coming up with Illinois with Indiana. Or, Jesus, Indiana's got a Big Ten gauntlet with Illinois, Iowa, and then Oregon. 3 games in a row.
okay, so
So very
they're
realistic to
really
go
gonna be tested.
0-3 right here.
I think Indiana's a little overrated. I'm
Could be
riding with the line.
Gee,
Yeah. Uh, like it's understood this line is a little questionable like some of the other ones. I completely agree. I think Illinois is just a more skilled team and definitely just more hard nosed. Uh, Yeah, I don't know. I think Illinois is definitely going to take this one. And yeah, Indiana's going to drop the first game of that gauntlet they have coming up.
Gauntlet, Big Ten gauntlet.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
you get
yeah,
it.
I'm gonna go with Illinois just for everything both of y'all just said. Illinois' one real test. They murdered Duke by three scores,
41-19.
45-19. Regardless. And then Indiana hasn't played anybody yet. So no disrespect to the three teams they played, but I mean, come on. The same thing happened last year with Indiana, and the two tough games they had, they got blown out in both. So I am going to go with Illinois in this as well. Same thing I said about South Carolina. If they don't win, they're going to cover because a touchdown favorite just seems outlandish.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a sweep. Another sweep. I think we'll have a lot of those. We're all taking Illinois. Moving on, we got two games left. Bear with us, we're getting there. We got Arizona State versus Baylor, two teams that I was very high on coming into the season, and they're both unranked.
These are both your squads, your Big 12
Yeah.
squads.
And I went back and forth on this game. Let me tell you.
Oh my God, me too.
I literally just flipped the coin to pick a game, and that coin landed on heads, which was Arizona State. Don't know why. I really can't tell you why. It's going to be a very good game. Um, literally can't say anything else. I'm picking Arizona State.
Jay, what you got?
Yeah, Baylor's a 2.5 point favorite at home. Watching them week one against Auburn, I'm gonna start off by saying I absolutely hate their student section. It is it is just bar for bar like a high school student section. It just made me mad to watch.
Hmm.
But that's
First down
besides the
Bears.
point. Wait, what?
First down Bears.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I don't think Arizona State's great. I don't think really they really have that X factor in Baylor, their passing game, especially when I watch them against Auburn, given, like I said, hasn't had a very great pass defense so far. They can air it out. So I think that's gonna push them over the edge in this game. And I think they'll definitely take this one.
Wait, so who you taking?
Baylor.
Baylor. And you said you don't think Arizona State has the X factor?
No, no, I really don't.
Okay, well, I'm going to disagree with you on
Yeah,
that one.
actually,
I think Jordan Tyson is an X factor.
I'm glad you said.
But I'm also taking the Baylor Bears. Sorry, Hayes. My cousin goes to ASU. I'm gonna have to ride with the Bears on this one. Sawyer Robertson is really good. I mean, his no, if you, I think he's already over 1,000 yards in 3 games, which is absolutely wild. Against SMU, he was having to do everything possible to drag them and back and win the game, in which they did.
He's 1,100 yards.
He's 1,100 yards in 3 games. Um, and I think their defense is going to do just enough to hold off Sam Levitt and Jordan Tyson. So I'm rolling with the Baylor Bears in this game. I think Baylor actually is really good.
I think Baylor's good, but Baylor's defense is awful. The two tough games they've had, they've given up 38 and 45. And Arizona
Yeah.
State has the capability of running the school up. So now Arizona State did lose to Mississippi State, so that was a little suspect. But I think both these teams look very shaky this year.
It's weird how Aranda has such a bad defense.
I know.
Like that,
I,
that, that
I
doesn't.
know. We'll see.
I
And
can't speak for their other game, but again, the Auburn game, Auburn just ran all
yeah,
over them. But again, Auburn's rush attack looks really lethal right now.
yeah. Let me just say, if Arizona State somehow still had Scatterbo, oh my God, they would murder Baylor.
Yeah, well, Scatter was not there anymore.
But they do have a very good running back.
Okay,
behind
they
them.
do.
And then last but not least, we got West Virginia taking on Kansas. I think Kansas is like a 9.5 point favorite in this game.
I looked
13.5. My bad. 13.5.
yeah, yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, this great game to end the college game day picks. I probably should have put these in order better.
Intra-conference
Um,
matchup.
Anyway, I'm gonna go with Kansas. They are a big favorite. Now, West Virginia was a big underdog last week against Pitt, and they won. However, I do think Kansas is good. They have Jalen Daniels, who's been there since I was about 4 years old. Um, he's a veteran guy. And they get him at home, so I'm gonna take Kansas. Rock chalk.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Gianni, why don't you go ahead and go?
Yeah, definitely. West Virginia surprised people last week. Like you said, McAfee obviously rode with them for his obvious reasons, but turned out right. They took care of business there. But I completely agree with what Brock said. I think Kansas is going to push through with this one. Heavy favorite. I will say I like West Virginia to cover. in a very realistic way. I think that's yeah. Actually, Andrew, shout out Andrew. He I think it was last year. No, sorry. Last year he went on a streak of just taking West Virginia to cover like week after week, and they always hit. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I think they'll definitely cover, but I think I have Kansas in this one.
A lot of weird lines this week. I think.
Yeah.
Very strange lines. Things I'm staying away from if I was a
Gonna have to recap on that next podcast.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna round this off. I'm gonna take the Jayhawks, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. If you know, uh, Kansas coming off a loss to Missouri after having a bye week last week. I think they're gonna regroup. They didn't play bad against Missouri. Uh, Missouri just did more than Kansas did, obviously. But West Virginia lost their star running back, Jaheim White. He's out for the season, so that was a big blow for the Mountaineers.
Mm-hmm.
But Jalen Daniels is still, and I wouldn't say he's a solid quarterback, and I don't think I don't think West Virginia can say the same about theirs. So Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
And there we go. I'm not gonna lie. This is the least confident I've been on picks.
There are so many like games this
Yeah.
week. Arizona State, Baylor, Auburn, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Missouri.
Yeah.
Those are like the three ones that are staring at me that literally, I think it's like 50-50.
Like I said, I just
Oh, really? Like, I think Tulane will miss is going to be like razor close.
I don't know. Um,
You've picked Tulane. What do you
I did pick Tulane. I know. I'm well aware. That's why I said this is the most least. This is the least confident I've been in my picks. But that's why we do it here. Just to have fun. Now, when the
Utah,
punishment
Texas.
when the punishment comes around, it's probably not gonna be too fun. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But that's gonna do it. We are running low on time on the Zoom. I don't know how much time we have.
All right, wait. This is the latest we've ever
We,
finished.
we got
We have 5 minutes.
11:54.
yeah. We grind it out here in Big Easy Blitz. But that's gonna do it. G, thank you for joining us. You're always welcome whenever you want. This is gonna do it for episode 50. We will see y'all on episode 51 when we recap our picks.
Shout out Mercado, baby.
See y'all
Bye.
later. Peace.